welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your GM for this game and for many others, and I'm joined by our regular cast members of Mr. Stu Jackson.
Hello.
Mr. Neil Kelly.
Hello.
Mr. Darren Mafucci.
Hello.
And Miss Amy Chislett.
Hello.
Sorry, I had a bit of a brain fart for just a second there. I was like, what? Why are we here? What are we doing? Who am I? Am I wearing trousers? The answer to all those questions is yes.
Okay.
Well, we'll have to take your word for it on the last one. We can only see you from the shoulders up.
The shoulders up. And that's the way I like it, Neil. That's the way I like it. Good evening, folks. It's a very muggy July evening as we're recording this. How's everyone doing?
You shouldn't have asked.
I'm going to keep really fucking quiet because listeners, everyone here has just heard me absolutely fucking raging.
Yeah, Stu has just told us all
the
exactly
latest
how he's feeling.
announcement from our murdering twats government.
And Stu told us exactly how he felt about that, so we won't go over it again now. Yeah. So with that in mind, everybody else, how's your evenings going? What have you been up to?
I've had. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
No, please, you started.
No, please, you do.
I was only going to say I've been cat sitting. That's been the highlight of my week.
Lovely.
Nice. How many cats have you been cat sitting, Amy?
Just the one, and it has taken till today for him to like me. But he's so cute, bless him.
Well, they tend not to like you if you sit on them.
Yeah, I try not to sit on the cat.
There you go. What kind of cat is it? This is important information we have to know. What kind of cat is it and what's it called?
His name is Louis.
Okay, Louis the cat. I like
Louis
it.
the cat, and he's Maine Coon crossed with something else. So he's very fluffy.
I can imagine. Maine Coons are just the fluffiest things imaginable.
Yeah.
I really want
And
one.
big.
Yeah.
I used to have a Maine Coon called Loki.
Did you really?
Yeah. Huge cat.
So the kind of cat I would absolutely love to have, and there is no way I can have one in my flat at the moment because it wouldn't be fair on it. I would love a Norwegian forest cat.
Oh, what do they look like? I'm going to look this up.
Well, they've got very distinctive ears.
Yes, they have. Well, I mean, in Norse mythology, the Norwegian forest cat is the animal that pulls the goddess Freya's chariot. But I like Norwegian forest cats because they are just the most fearless things on the planet.
They're the most fluffiest things.
They are and that enormous ball of fluff will happily run headfirst down a 10-foot tree, and not even think about it.
I would love one of these. So fluffy.
Yeah.
Personally, right now, I'd really love a Jaguar so that I can set it on the fucking government.
If Jaguar-related crime suddenly has a sudden sharp spike, I want the rest of the world to know that I personally had nothing to do with this. Anyway, Neil, you had something to say?
Yes.
How you been?
No, I've had a quiet day. My wife has been to Wimbledon today, and she's still there. Not on centre court, on court number 1.
There you go.
Is she winning?
Is she competing? Is she?
Well, she was wearing whites when she left, so I think she was hoping that she might get a game.
Just in case there's some freak injury to Serena Williams, they sort of look up. We need someone to take over, and Janet's just like, I can do it.
I'm desperate.
You know she pulled out for an injury. Yeah.
Did she? Oh,
I
maybe
did.
the wife
I did.
did that.
That's why I picked her.
Janet or Serena?
Serena.
Ah, right.
Yeah, she's on court.
Caused by Janet.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not very good with jokes sometimes. I take things a bit literally.
Janet smuggled in a bag of bricks into centre court, and nobody asked why.
A bit like we do when we're cast as an understudy. You know, you just set traps for the person you're understudying for, don't you? You set booby traps.
Yeah, paint it. Well, it's easy with bricks. You just paint them red, charge 10 quid each, and call them strawberries.
That's next level thinking right there. I will forever now be suspicious if Stu offers me a bowl of strawberries and cream.
And they're really big square strawberries. Big oblong.
I would say be suspicious anyway, because for one thing, I can't stand strawberries. For another, I'm lactose intolerant. So if I offer you strawberries and cream,
It's probably not Stu. It's an imposter.
Wimbledon's not for you then.
No, well, I can't stand tennis either. So
I don't like. I mean, I like it. I like a game of tennis. Or I was never. Well, I did get to be sort of halfway good at it, But I'm not a spectator sport fan.
no.
I don't like all the things that are associated with it, all the nationalism, the snobbery, the glorification of the military.
Tennis is just one of those sports that I've never been able to enjoy watching, like, at all. Like, it's up there with cricket and baseball for things that I will not watch under any circumstances because I just find it so boring.
Well, I find most sports, even say football, to really enjoy it, you have to care about the result. If you don't care either way, it's really boring. And I divide sports into two categories. One of them is most sports, where you have to care about who wins in order to have any interest in it. And the other one is the sports I like, which is stock car racing and wrestling, where you don't have to care who wins.
No, that's it. You watch those for the spectacle.
Absolutely,
and the promise of a 80-mile-an-hour collision between three cars that are made of cardboard,
or a massive slapdown. Obviously, not Greco-Roman Olympic-style wrestling. It has to be WWE, whacking each other with chairs and.
Did I ever tell you I used to do banger racing?
You did mention it, yeah.
Back when I was in my 20s, down in Cornwall. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, we called it stock car racing technically, but it was banger racing.
Bangers and smash.
Banger racing to me sounds like when you've just got two sausages at the top of the hill and you roll them down to see which one gets there first.
Banger? I hardly... No. Let's not do that one.
Oh dear. And well, we've not heard from Darren much so far. How you doing, buddy?
Sleepy tired.
His eyes are open. He understood what you said.
I'm alright. It's just been a standard Monday, really. I work, come home. I didn't have a very good night's sleep last night. I woke up at about 1 o'clock with a raging headache, and then just as I managed to start falling back to sleep, my alarm went off. So it's just been a long day. But yeah, I'm alright. I've not done much. I did nothing over the weekend.
That can be a good weekend.
Oh, sorry, that's the wife.
Screaming.
That's. No, I've got a text from the wife.
It's a text from.
Yes.
You have to remember this is an audio production, so all the listeners have just heard is a loud, high-pitched scream, following by Neil going, "Oh, don't worry, it's just the wife."
Just the wife.
I'll put her on silent so you can't hear any more screams.
You mean you'll put the phone on silent? I think this really needs to be established very clearly here.
Yes. Tales from a 20 side does not endorse domestic violence in any way, shape, or form.
Silencing your wife.
Does that include the government?
Well, the government's not your wife, so.
No.
I bought myself a new guitar. That's exciting.
Ooh.
It was a bass, wasn't it?
I bought myself a new bass. Yeah.
Nice.
New 5-string. It's very pretty.
No treble.
But I've not had much of a chance to mess about with it yet. It's just
hopefully you'll get some time to play with that soon. But obviously not right now because we need to play some Pathfinder. What do you guys say?
Good segue.
Yeah.
That's right.
Seamless. Yeah.
Well, we need to find out who these gits are coming towards the party, don't we? And God help them if they're government. That's all I
Don't know if they're not wearing masks.
Oh.
So yeah, what are your early thoughts on this situation you found yourselves in? I mean, obviously, currently only Della, being the person on watch, has seen these individuals approaching. So yeah, the rest of you are dreaming sweetly of whatever it is your characters dream of.
Riding
I've not had a
sharks
good
mostly.
day.
You stay dry. You're all right.
Della's gotten off relatively lightly so far because she wasn't a complete idiot and jumped into a freezing cold river.
Look, the thing tried to eat Chardonnay. I mean, there is no way that Alwyn could let that go. No way Alwyn could let that go.
Fair enough. Well, what I think we should jump back in and sort of find out what
into
what
the
Alwyn does
water
now.
again?
It's the water.
We've only just got dry.
Alwyn is determined to get hypothermia. There we go. All right, so bringing ourselves back into the game, our adventurers, Alwyn Templeton, Otto von Niederschläger, Brother Amos, and Della Thornbury, with their goal in sight, the city of White Throne, far to the north of the land of Irison, and having just fought off an attack from some assailants who attempted to take their stuff, the party sort of began to rest and sort of get themselves dry and ready to continue the last little leg of this long journey they've been on. And as they were resting, sort of getting themselves dry, they decided to spend the night in this sort of small little clearing on the other side of the river that they had just crossed. And whilst they were resting in this manner, Otto taking some time to teach Alwyn how to fish and teaching him quite successfully, Della received a message from a mysterious person from a place far, far away, informing her of something that she needed to remember and to take care of, perhaps, once she arrived in the city of White Throne. However, evading attempts from the rest of the party to press her on the subject, Della eventually got the group to back off and sort of just go about as they had previously. And as you kind of settled in for a night's rest, with Della taking the first watch, kind of just as the last vestiges of light were starting to fail and sort of dip below the horizon, Della, you became aware of three large grey-skinned humanoids advancing, certainly in what they believe to be a stealthy manner towards the party. These three tall-looking creatures, each wielding a nasty-looking hook in their hands, were moving very directly toward your camp. But with your watchful halfling eyes keeping an eye out, coupled with their particularly bad attempts at staying hidden, you've spotted them with a good deal of time to spare. So that is where we bring ourselves back in. Della, what would you like to do?
Oh, yeah, it's been a naff day. Right, I would like to stealthily wake everybody else up and let them know of what's going on with enough time to deal with it before they get here.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So, Della, as you kind of take your action to wake everybody up, I would like everybody to please roll initiative. Della, if you would like, you can keep your previous roll, which was a 27.
Oh, yeah.
Or initiative.
22 for Alwyn.
Is that a perception?
It is perception, unless you want to use another skill. But I think for those of you who are just waking up, perception is appropriate.
27.
19.
19 for Amos, and Alwyn was
22.
22. Very nice. Right, so Otto, you are tied with Della. However, I'm going to say, as Della has woken you up, Della was at the top of the round, which means it is going to be your turn, Otto. You are shaken quietly awake by Della, and as you sort of roll over from your sleep, you turn and you can see these three creatures advancing through the forest with definite purpose toward your group.
They are big, aren't they? I don't want to launch into an attack straight away. I will call to them to stop where they are and state their business.
All right. So what do you shout, Otto, from your kind of lying down position?
You there, stop where you are, and tell us what you want. Otherwise, make some sort of diversion around us.
All right. As you sort of sit up and call out, Otto, you see these three shapes do stop very abruptly. You can see them sort of starting to murmur to each other. We'll get a feel for what they do in just a moment. Do you want to do anything else with your turn, Otto?
Stand up.
No, I don't think I will stand up. I think I will stay where I am. I will stay where I am.
All right. So with Otto's turn done, we are around to Olwyn. You also find yourself coming to consciousness just as Otto calls over to these three individuals.
Okay, well, first thing Alwyn is going to do is stand up because that presents as less of an easy target.
That's a bigger target.
No, you're easier to hit because you're prone when you're laying down. So it's like being flat-footed.
That's why soldiers lie down.
On the floor.
No, that's why soldiers lie down when they come under fire.
You argue the rules with Dom then.
My instinct is to stay low.
I mean, if these creatures suddenly take out like M1 Garrons and start popping off rifle shots at you, that might be accurate. But we'll see what
shooting
happens.
arrows or throwing things.
And there's a difference between lying on your bunk and taking cover.
Regardless, so Olwyn's first action is to stand up. You've got 2 actions left.
Is Chardonnay awake?
Yeah, I'm assuming that as part of taking her turn to wake you up, she's woken. Della's woken Chardonnay up as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. Arwen will draw his rapier and shield. And third action, he'll raise his shield.
All right, okay. So Olwyn sort of gets himself ready just in case fighting breaks out. End of Olwyn's turn. We're on to Brother Amos. Similar situation. You find yourself coming to consciousness. You hear Otto calling out. You see Olwyn preparing himself. What would you like to do?
I think I'm just going to stand up, dust myself off, and see what happens.
Yeah, no worries. You can absolutely do that. So after Brother Amos's turn, we are round to Nadia. Nadia, similar to Otto, is kind of going to wait and see what happens. Nadia is going to delay her initiative until after Otto has acted. Which now brings us round to the unfamiliar creatures with their almighty initiative of 1. This is what happens when a creature who is not at all stealthy in any way tries to use stealth for its initiative roll. But there we go. But you see these three creatures kind of stop moving briefly as Otto calls out to them, and you can hear them call out to each other. Shh, shh, shh. They've seen us. What do we do? I don't know. Charge! And these three creatures, having spent a moment of time there debating amongst themselves, do come rushing towards your camp. Okay, so with the interaction that they just had between themselves, it does take the rest of their turn to get all the way up to your camp. but you see they come bursting out of the tree line, making a move directly towards your group and getting up into range of most of you. Apart from one which was a bit further back and couldn't quite get there. That's going to end their turn. Della, we're on to you. You see these 3 large creatures come pelting out of the trees towards you. Towards your group.
What I would like to do, and I don't know if Pathfinder allows me to do that, is I want to kick up the campfire in their faces.
Yeah, okay.
About doing that.
I'm sure it does. Let's see how we can improvise this. So I tell you what, Della, what's your athletics DC? So your athletics score plus 10.
18.
18, okay. I'm going to have probably only one of these guys because I think it's not. I think it's going to be a bit too far to get any more than that. I'm going to have the one that came rushing in first make a reflex save against your athletics DC.
Okay.
And we'll see if he dodges out the way of that.
Yeah, going for the eyes.
That's a natural 1.
Yes!
You hit him full in the face there, Della, as you kind of just grab the campfire and just upend it straight into his face. You see he sort of reels back with bits of his skin burning. His hands go straight up to his eyes. Della, could you please roll 2d6 for me?
Of course I can. Do I get sneak attack?
I don't think so.
I rolled an 8. Total.
8, okay. So 16 points of damage later. You can see that creature's face and body is quite severely burnt, but they are still rushing forwards. I'm probably going to say that was 2 actions to do that.
No worries. I would like to then run up round the side of the campfire, sort of. What I want to do is see if I can squeeze round and get round behind the one nearest to us at the north.
Yeah, I think you probably can, especially as a halfling, sort of being a little bit smaller than everybody else.
I believe I can get there, so I will get right behind him.
Yeah, you absolutely can. So you sort of seeing this creature rushing forward, you upend the campfire into its face and then sort of scamper round to get into a more favourable position.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn, Della, or are you done?
No, that is me.
That's you done. We are round to Otto.
Well, I think this is time to take animal form, and I will become a snake.
Transform yourselves into a snake. What level are you casting that at? 2nd or 3rd?
If I cast it at 3rd level, is that all my goes? Is that
no. So it still costs 2 actions to cast it, but I think you get some extras. You might get more hit points and stuff if you have it at a higher level. I'm just going to check that.
Oh, again, yes, 10 temporary hit points, AC is 17 plus my level, attack modifier plus 14, damage bonus plus 5, athletics plus 14.
So casting it at 3rd level just makes it more powerful, is what it is.
Yes, I'll cast at 3rd level.
Alright, we have our first 3rd level spell being cast in Tales from 20 Side. And because it has been a while since we've seen the snake, remind us what the snake looks like.
He is a very large venomous snake. He's not always the same colour, but he's black and gold again this time.
Black and gold, very nice. So Otto transforms himself into a snaky form. You've got an action left.
I will make a strike at the one in the middle.
Okay, so from where you were, Otto, you will need to use one of your actions to move into position because you're currently kind of on one side of what was the campfire, and these large creatures are on the other side. You need to move a little bit.
And that will be on my goes, won't it?
It would be, yes.
I don't want to use it to just move up to. In that case, I will move the other way to Della, and I will move to the left-hand side of the one on our left.
Okay.
So I can slither around behind him.
Yeah. So Della, as you scamper around, you sort of hear a hissing sound behind you, and you watch as Otto's form transforms into a black and gold snake and starts to follow you around.
Oh no, I'm going the other way to Della.
The other. So you're going past Olwen and Chardonnay, or are you going? Oh, you're going that way.
Yes.
You're going past Brother Ramos.
Yes.
No worries. And you see. In that case, you see this snake moving away from you in the other direction. How far do you want to move, Otto?
Really, to get into a position behind the one on our left.
Okay. You absolutely can, because I think, don't you have more speed as an animal?
I do. I have. Let me see. Snake speed 20 feet.
Okay. So 20 feet, which is the same as kind of you normally, I think.
Yes.
So the furthest you can get Otto is kind of to a position about 20 feet away from the camp. You can't get all the way through behind these creatures, but you can get a distance there.
Can I move slightly out of their way a bit more as well?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So you're aiming to not be in range of their these nasty looking hooks. All right. So end of Otto's turn. We are on to Nadia, as she uses her reaction to jump in. She is quite simply going to stand up, take out her battle axe, and is going to make a strike at the creature in the centre. And you see Nadia swings the axe kind of upwards. She's a little bit off balance, having kind of just sort of leapt to her feet. But in doing so, that might still be a hit. Not quite. You see her axe sort of glides off of this creature's chin. A little line of blood appears from the blade, but it doesn't take. It sort of ducks out the way at the last second of the hit itself. That's Nadia done. Olwen.
Okay, the first thing Alwyn would like to do is to issue an instruction to Chardonnay. Chardonnay, flanking kill. I would like Chardonnay to move round past Della, round to the other side of this creature.
Yeah, you can do.
So he's flanking with Alwyn. And Chardonnay will take a bitey bite.
Yeah. So Chardonnay sort of darts between this creature's legs, wheels round and goes for a bite. Roll the attack.
17.
17 is just enough to hit on these large lumbering creatures.
Excellent. Glad he's flanking them. That's a D10. Let me try that again.
Actually, with the flanking, that would have made it a definite hit, but 17 is their AC.
Alright. So that's 6 points of piercing damage.
6 points, very nice.
For Alwyn, go. Alwyn would like to strike at the same creature with his rapier.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll the attack.
That is 22.
Well, that hits.
A whole 2 points of damage.
Points of damage.
And Alwyn's final go, he'd like to raise his shield.
No worries, very sensible, getting yourself a bit more protection in there. End of your turn, we are on to Brother Amos.
So there's the creature sort of directly to my left. I'm just gonna run at that and start wailing on it.
Yeah, go for it. You rush towards it.
But first I'm going to shout, "I ride sharks into battle, you fucks!" And I'm going to use my flurry of blows. So first gubbin.
So roll those 2 attacks. The first action obviously is to move up to the one you want to hit.
So first one 26.
26 is a hair off a critical, but it's a hit nonetheless.
Second one 22.
They both hit. Roll damage for me.
Right. 8. 5.
Okay, so total of 13. Not bad at all with your second action. You've got one action left.
Powerful fist.
Okay. Roll one more attack for me.
21.
That is going to hit. Roll damage.
8.
Another 8 points of damage. You rush up and with 3 quick strikes, your fists slam home into the flabby but at the same time quite muscular sort of torso of these creatures. You do knock a little bit of the wind out of the creature as it reels backward from your third strike. Is that you all done? Alright, end of your turn, Brother Amos. We are round to these creatures, which are all already in a decent position. So the one that is fighting, the one that you've just hit, Brother Amos, is going to swing down at you with this nasty looking hook. And I've got a... That's a 30 to hit.
30. Yeah, my armor class is 20.
Your armor class is 20. Oh dear, that is a critical hit as it slams this nasty hook into you, Brother Amos.
Liberating step. Can I? Is it
Okay. What's the range on the liberating
close
step?
enough? I think it's 15 foot. Allow me a moment to confirm that. Yes, if both are within 15 feet, the attacker and the attackee.
They're not quite. Brother Amos is just a bit too far away from you, Olwen.
Sorry, mate.
That's alright.
Okay, so Brother Amos, as this nasty, jagged-looking hook sort of slams into you, you do take. That's 11 points. No, that's a lie. It's 22 plus 10. 26 points of piercing damage as this cuts
Jesus.
through your shoulder.
Oh,
20.
Did that hit a kidney
Did you
or
say
something?
26?
26.
That would have killed you once.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was a critical hit, by the way. So don't think I'm trying to kill you too hard.
Ouch.
With its second attack, you see it sees Otto Snake slithering away, and despite you being a little distance away from it, Otto, it still uses its sort of long arms to make a strike towards you. And that's going to be 18 to hit.
My AC is 22.
Okay, so this hook slams into the snow as you sort of just wriggle slyly away from it. And its third action. It's going to take another strike at the snake. Why not? And that's going to completely miss. I think that's only like a 10 to hit. So that's definitely going to miss.
That's definitely missing, yes.
Alright, the second creature in the middle is going to make 3 attacks. The first is going towards Nadia, who just tried to hit him. And a 19 to hit on Nadia is a miss. She ducks out the way as the hook slams into the snow. Uses its second action to make another attack against her. Which she also she waits for it to lift its arm up and telegraph it, and just steps nimbly back out the way. Once again, the hook hitting nothing but snow. And with its third strike, frustrated, it will turn around and it will make a strike at Chardonnay.
Ooh.
And it's going to completely flunk that with a 9 to hit.
No, nowhere near.
Okay, and lastly, the third creature is simply going to make a strike at everything around it. So one attack at Olwyn, one attack at Della, one at Chardonnay. So against Olwyn, that is going to be a 27 to hit.
Oh, 27 is going to hit.
Alright, Olwyn, you take 15 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
In kind of this big sweeping motion, it brings the hook round to Della as well. I've got a natural 20, Della.
Oh, go away.
Oops.
Natural 20 for 32 against Della.
Is it a named creature?
We will find out in just a second. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
So no crit card, you'll be glad to know.
Yeah.
However, you are still going to be taking 27 points of piercing damage, Della, as this hook catches you just kind of in the midriff and tears a big chunk out of your side.
Oh, I need a calculator for that. Okay.
As a note, I'm sure Owen's aware and is withholding it for his own reasons. Della is within 15 feet.
Oh, shit. Yes, but he is actually withholding it for a reason.
Fair.
Okay. And the third attack going against Chardonnay. That's a 3 on the die. Chardonnay once again sort of jumps over as the hook passes past him.
Would have been the reason.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I see how it is.
That ends their turn. It is now Della's turn, having just been heavily wounded by this creature in front of you.
Yeah, ooh, I've had the wind knocked out of me. Okay, is this creature flat-footed to me? My
It's
attacks?
not. With your current
Okay.
positioning, you would need someone on the other side of you.
Yeah.
However, there is a rogue feat you can take later on called Gang Up, which would make it flat-footed against you.
Okay, well, what I would like to do is something else, which is a feint, which I've actually got distracting feint as well, which I can do a deception check against his perception DC to make him flat-footed plus stuff.
Yeah, sure thing. So, in that case, roll your deception check. I'm just looking up distracting feint because it's been a while since I've used it. Your feints are more distracting than
Don't
normal.
worry, I rolled a 1.
Oh.
Can I use my hero point, please?
Yes, you may use your hero
Thank
point.
you. I rolled a 4, so we can just ignore that.
What's the total? What's the total?
My total will be deception 16.
16.
Would that be a critical failure?
I don't think it would. So I'm just.
These things are quite thick, so
That is it. Because I'm just checking. Yeah. Do you know what? These things do not have a high perception at all. I'm just going to verify because I might be telling you porkies, but I'm pretty sure that might even just be a success.
That would be nice.
Talk amongst yourselves for just 10 seconds.
I did think I burnt his eyes out, so I don't know if that works in my favour.
Yeah. What was your roll?
16.
16.
total.
16, Della, is a success.
Yay!
So you sort of begin to go left, and as you realise that he's already going that way, you instead go right to double down on his own movement. You sell your feint. He is flat-footed to you.
Yay! And as I do that, he also gets a currently -2 circumstance penalty to perception checks and reflex saves if that comes up.
Ooh, very nice.
Because of distracting feint. But yes, I'm going to take the opportunity to have a swing, and I roll a 23.
23 is going to hit. Roll damage. You get sneak attack.
And I get 2 dice for my sneak attack now.
You do.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is, isn't it?
Level 5, godlike.
Yeah,
I mean,
I roll.
Just wait till Della gets to like the really high levels. Like the rogue I was playing in our Hell's Rebels game that recently finished. Whenever she got sneak attack, she was rolling a fireball's worth of d6s every single time. It was nice.
I don't know what a fireball's worth of d6s is.
It's like 8d6, I think.
Oh, brilliant.
At one point you were rolling 10d6, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was if I got off some of my debilitating strikes, but her base sneak attack was like 8d6, including weapon damage. It's quite nice. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, we're here to talk about my 11 points of damage.
That's pretty tasty. What weapon's that with Della? Your rapier.
Rapier, yes.
So as you sell this feint, you plunge the blade into its hide. That particular individual is not looking very well. You've got an action left.
I will see if I can finish him off. 15? No.
A 15?
Mm-mm.
How long? Your feint was a 16, wasn't it? So I think that's a regular success.
I think it was just normal success is just until my next attack.
That's it. If you'd had a critical success, it would have been for your entire turn, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, that's correct.
So a 15 unfortunately does miss. You withdraw your blade and go again for another strike, and it reaches down its big grey meaty hand and just almost just swats your blade aside the second time.
Get you next time.
That's going to end your turn, which brings us on to Otto.
So this thing that was attacking me, it is payback time. So I will make a strike.
Yeah. So you'll need to use your action, your first action, to move into range of it, but you can absolutely do that.
Didn't he move within range of me first?
He didn't need to. These things have quite long, gangly arms, and due to their larger size, he was able to try and hit you, even though you thought you were further away than would be normal.
Well, in that case, yes, my first action will be to move within range.
Yeah, of course. Move where you'd like to.
I will move just sort of behind.
Yeah, you want to go
behind him.
You want to go behind him? You absolutely can. As Brother Amos kind of holds the creature's attention, you slide, you slither and slide in behind it.
Yes, perfect. And I will make my first strike.
All right, roll that attack.
Which is a natural 1.
How many ones today? Jeez.
So plus 1 plus the attack modifier of 14 makes 15. So.
All right. Could you please roll a d6, Neil?
2.
2. That is not a critical fumble. All right. So that
I think Dom was waiting for you to say, "I'd like to use my hero."
I was. That opportunity has now passed. You've got one action left, Otto.
I will make another strike. There's a penalty on a second strike, isn't there?
There is. It'll be minus 5.
This time it is 27 minus 2 is 22.
27 minus 5 would be 22. Yeah. 22 is a hit. So roll your damage there.
Damage is 2d4 piercing, which is 3 plus 4, 7. 7 piercing plus 1d6, which is 2 poison. That's 9 in total, isn't it? Plus a damage bonus of 5. So that's 14.
Damage bonus of 5? Where does that come from? Is that part of a spell?
It just says heightened 3rd level. There's a damage bonus plus 5.
Ooh, interesting. Let me just read that a second.
If I'm understanding it right.
Yeah, your damage bonus is plus 5. That is nice. That is a tasty, tasty attack.
I got there in the end.
Yeah. And as Otto darts in and bites the back of this creature's leg, that one also is now not looking too well. That's going to end Otto's turn. We are round to Nadia. And sort of Nadia starting to get her bearings a bit. She points towards the creature in the centre, which hasn't been touched yet, and she calls out to you all. It's big, which means it's slow. Use quick movements if you can. Wait for it to telegraph its strikes, and you should be alright. She will use her guiding words to give everybody +1 to attack and damage against that creature in the centre. And then she goes for 2 strikes with her battle axe. Okay, and you see her first strike. She sinks it into the creature's hide. A gout of blood shoots out from it, and her second one, she goes to swing into the creature's leg, but it kind of bats the axe away with its hook. But still a hit there from Nadia. That's going to end her turn. Olwyn, it's you.
Mechanical question. Will
Yes.
Nadia's guiding words work on Chardonnay?
Yes, she considers Chardonnay an ally.
Okay. Just because obviously Chardonnay doesn't speak any languages.
Yeah.
Nadia's just gone up in your books now, hasn't she?
Yeah. No. Cool. Right. So the first thing Alwyn's going to do is attack the creature in front of him.
All right.
The one you say is looking pretty ropey. That is 19.
19 will hit.
For 7 points of damage. Max damage.
7 points of damage. That's a good strike there, Olwyn. Still standing?
Second action. I mean, you say still standing, is it like barely still standing or...
It couldn't take another one of those, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Alwyn will risk another attack. That is 26.
26. With Chardonnay in a position behind it, that will be a critical hit, Olwyn.
Nice.
Oh, I get to use a D8 as well then.
You do. Deadly D8 on your critical hit.
So that's 3, 6, 10 points of damage in total.
10 points of damage. Right, I'll tell you what your crit card was, so you can flavour the kill appropriately. Your crit card was right in the ear, so the creature would have been made deafened as well as the strike you hit it with. So Olwyn, please flavour that kill for me as that creature goes down.
Exactly as it describes. He swipes it across his chest in the first action, doing a bit of damage, and then as the creature puts its hand to its chest, it just pokes the rapier straight into the side of its head and its big ear.
And it staggers for a second, and you see it go cross-eyed as you do so, and then it slides off the blade and lands with a third. That one is down.
One eye rolls upwards, one eye rolls downwards.
My third action will be to instruct Chardonnay. I mean, why Nadia didn't move into a flanking position, I don't know, but Owen's going to instruct Chardonnay, flanking kill on the middle one. So Chardonnay's first action will be to move into a flanking position with Nadia.
Yep, moves across behind it.
And then have a nom. 15.
15, while it's flat-footed, is just enough to hit.
Excellent. 5 points of damage, not a lot, but
5
every
points of
little
damage.
helps.
Okay, that's going to be Chardonnay done, isn't it?
That's Chardonnay, yeah. Move and bite.
It is, okay. So that's going to be end of your turn. We're on to Brother Amos.
First of all, I would like to use wholeness of body to recover some hit points.
Yeah, so you use your first action to sort of take a breath. You close your eyes for a second, connect with your inner strength. You use your focus point to cast wholeness of body, and you restore 8 hit points. I just want to check something because this might be something we didn't address when you were leveled up. Okay, so because your focus spells are automatically heightened, now you are level 5. Wholeness of body counts as a level 3 spell, which means you instead gain 16 hit points back.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yep, 2 actions left.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm just altering my hit points. I will use... I'll have a swing at it with a flurry of blows.
Alright, roll 2 attacks.
$24.
24 is going to hit,
18.
and 18 is also going to hit.
Ooh. 8. And 4.
12 points of damage there. Very nice. You rock this creature. It's staggering. It's looking ready to drop, but it is still up and fighting.
Well, I suppose the only sensible thing to do would be to punch it again. So I'll have another swing at it.
Right, roll that attack.
18.
18 is enough to hit. Roll damage.
7.
7, and with your third strike, Brother Amos, you bring this creature low as it pitches face forward into the snow.
Lovely.
Nice work.
Alright, is that you all done?
That's 3. Yeah, that's 3 actions. Yeah.
Alright, okay. We are back round to them, or rather, should I say him, as there is now only one of these creatures remaining, and sort of seeing its comrades fall left and right, and seeing it that it's starting to get surrounded. This creature sort of calls out as it's glancing around feverishly. Jurgen, you said this easy prey, and is going to break away from you all. Literally uses its entire turn to dart back into the forest in which you're camping. And that is going to end its turn. Della, what would you like to do?
Oh, I wanted to stab it. Can I see where he's gone from where I am? Or
You saw which
Release him.
direction he moved in, Della. He kind of moved due west.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to go run after him. So these creatures that come up, were they wearing anything? Can I just go have a rummage?
So they're kind of wearing like a dirty, grubby loincloth that hides their dignity, but not a lot else.
Okay, I won't rummage then.
They do each have what looks to be a small sack over their shoulder, like sort of tied on with a leather bandolier.
I'm
Yeah.
glad you added over their shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to go chase them down. I'll go have a look at their stuff.
Small sacks.
Yeah.
All right, so you spend your turn rummaging through through the sack of the creature in front of you, Della. I can't believe I just said that. I'm so sorry. You spend a few minutes. You spend a second sort of rummaging through its bag, and you find a couple of things, Della. You find what looks to be a leg of a goat or something. It's a couple of days old, you think. It smells quite sweet, as though it's beginning to decay. You find a section of rope about 10 feet long, and you find a collection of shiny-looking buttons.
A bit mean now.
I'd say it's probably going to take 2 actions. You've got an action left if you want to do anything with it.
Well, there's nothing much here. I don't know if you guys want to go run after him, but it's getting late. And that's the end of my turn.
So, Della, at the end of your turn, you kind of hear a rustling in the tree in one of the trees kind of just to the south of your camp. And as you kind of hear this rustling, you look up in that direction and you see a pair of frosty blue eyes looking out of the tree towards you, and you just hear a growl coming from its direction.
Idiots. Guess I'll do everything myself.
And there is a thud as leaping from the tree is a fourth of these creatures. But rather than holding a jagged hook, it has these sharp claws made of look to be like white bone extending from both of its hands. A tumble-down mane of white hair sort of covers down its back, and you can see that its grey skin is kind of crisscrossed with faint blue lines that resemble frost. And that is where we're going to end for tonight, folks.
Well, at least we've got a goat leg.
Yeah. I was going to suggest we chase after the other one, not let it get away, because it could report back, but it seems the
That ship
reporting
has sailed.
came to us. Well, I'm assuming this is the Jurgen.
How big are you in snake form? Do you think you're big enough to carry a person?
No, I'm not. I'm not that big.
What's the
Okay.
biggest thing you could eat as a snake?
I don't know.
Like just like a rabbit or like a
I
bull?
mean, I think I'm a pretty big snake, like a sort of anaconda size. So
Yeah.
I imagine I could eat a small.
Could you swallow Brother Amos and then spit him out, and he comes flying out with his fists out?
Could do. He could do half that.
Da 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 da.
I mean, if you're not that attached to your fists, I'm sure we could arrange it.
No, he could probably swallow Brother Amos, I would have thought. I mean, those big old anacondas, they do stretch, and of course they dislocate their jaws to swallow things whole. But once they're in, they're kind of, that's it. They don't tend to come out except the other end.
Yeah, a snake's not really the ideal transport for brother.
Well,
Amos. I'm thinking
swallow
more,
me head first and then fire me out the other end.
more a bull would be a better
Fart me, Otto! Fart
transport.
me!
See, in my head, though, I always
Fart
thought it was
only.
quite a small snake. Like, like one of those red and black ones that are quite, like, you
That's
get
like
pets.
a
Oh,
I like
snake.
coral
I think
snake.
I'm more
Yeah,
like-
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, but it makes sense if you're big enough to, like, bite monsters and do damage. Correlate in my head.
Well, we've already had Otto Shark. Now we just need Otto Snake Catapult, and we'll be truly complete.
I mean, I've got to say that the shipping of Otto and Brother Amos is getting very, very kinky.
And that's the way we like it.
That's it. No kink shaming on this podcast, folks.
Oh, no. No. It's an
Except for that thing
education.
you like, Don, because that's fucking disgusting.